These diagonal pliers have their cutting jaws at an angle. They're very useful for removing and installing cotter pins. A drop of oil every now and then is good insurance against rust. Like all tools, pliers should be kept in good working order. These combination pliers, equipped with a slip joint, are very commonly used. They usually have a small shear between the teeth and the joint for cutting wire or nails. Think of these pliers as a set of extra, stronger fingers, valuable for all sorts of jobs. They should not be used to tighten or loosen nuts. The jaws might slip, chewing off the corners of the nut. A better tool for this job would be an open-end wrench. They usually come in sets, with openings ranging in size from 5/16 of an inch to 1 inch. Wrench measurements refer to the distance between the jaws. Use a wrench that always fits the nut exactly. Pushing on a wrench when the nut is tight is bad practice. Better not, Pete. We're warning you. Well, some people have to learn the hard way. On open-end wrenches, the head is set at an angle to the handle, usually 15 degrees. This permits efficient use in close quarters. For example, this nut has very little swing space around it. To start the nut, the wrench will fit one set of flats in this position. And we can give the nut a partial turn before the handle jams against the block. But if we try to repeat the action, we find the nut is in a new position and the wrench won't fit. So we flop the wrench over and get a new fit on the nut. Again, we pull the handle as far as it'll go. We keep repeating the procedure until the job is finished. An ingenious development of the open-end wrench is this type. Its adjustable jaw makes it handy for many sizes of nuts and bolt heads. But the jaw should always be set for a snug fit on the sides of the nut before exerting any great force. To use the wrench correctly, the pulling force should be applied to the stationary jaw, like this. Great force applied to this weaker adjustable jaw might ruin the tool. This type of wrench is not intended for hard service, so don't overstrain it. And remember to keep the moving parts well oiled. There are many uses for a medium-sized monkey wrench. This tool also is often abused. The jaws should always be adjusted to a tight fit. And remember to exert the pull on the right side, opposite the opening. If the wrench is used the wrong way, it might slip off the nut and do a lot of damage. See what we mean? Trying to force a stubborn nut by hammering on the handle of the wrench is a sure sign that you're a primitive Pete. If you really want to ruin a good tool, try this on your monkey wrench. You can ruin yourself, too. What Pete needed was a bigger wrench. And we should remember that there is a proper tool for every job, if we'll only take the trouble to use it. Pipe wrenches are used for turning pipe fittings, and other round objects. The teeth of the pipe wrench will not grip the fitting unless the tool is worked in the correct position. For best results, the bite should be taken at the center of the jaws. Remember, the teeth will always leave their mark on the work. However, if you must use a pipe wrench on plated fixtures, you can first wrap the pipe with a leather strap. This will protect the finish. A popular wrench with mechanics is the box wrench, designed for use in close quarters. The 12 notches in the head of this tool make it possible to get a good fit over the nut in almost any position. Notice the nut is gripped at all 6 corners. To ensure a working clearance, the head of this wrench is offset from the handle at a 15-degree angle. Some mechanics call this tool a knuckle saver. Here's a combination of a box and open-end wrench, sometimes called a half and half. The box end is ideal for breaking loose a tight nut. Then, if there's no clearance for a full spin, the open end may be used to turn the nut off more quickly than the box end. Every workshop should have a set of socket wrenches with at least one handle to fit the different sockets. However, a good mechanic needs a larger set, like this one, with a dozen sockets and several handles for different types of jobs. These special handles provide leverage in almost any position. For example, this hinged offset handle can be worked at various angles. This T-handle with a universal joint allows use in very confined areas where it would be difficult to work with ordinary handles. A further improvement is a ratchet handle. With this tool, the ratchet lever can be set so that the wrench pulls in either one direction or the other and ratchets in the opposite direction. When Primitive Pete attached a simple handle to a piece of rock, he became the inventor of the first hand tool known to man. And from this beginning, through centuries of trial and error, came the vast array of fine tools we have today. Most of us take our modern tools for granted, not realizing what a vital part they play in our daily lives.